What's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do another series of I'm not an expert. See how I just did in the name? I didn't even tell you, I just dropped it on you. So I want to start a series called I'm Not an Expert. And basically, these series will include topics that basically people need to talk about, but we don't really talk about, but needs to be spoken about. Whether that be credit scores, money management, saving, trading, all of the above. We're going to talk about real life, real-ish topics that we need to discuss. I'm calling it I'm Not an Expert because I'm not an expert. Do your own research. I'm only going to tell you guys things that I know or things that I've personally used from my personal experience or people around me. I'm not an expert, so I always say do your own research on this, and if you have any information, feel free to drop it down below as the video goes along. But yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm going to tell you steps on how to save. It's not going to be your generic video where it's like, save this, save that, save. No, I'm only going to tell you what I do or what has helped me. I guess growing up, I wasn't a big saver. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like, yeah, I've been saving since I had my first job. I've been doing all that. No, I was not one of those people. I never used to save at all, whatsoever. As in, money will come, money will go. Like, I never used to save money. One of the people who live paycheck to paycheck. Like, that was me. Like, I'll get money, spend it, and go. So I remember the exact moment that it hit me, like, damn, like, do not have nothing saved up. Going on holiday, I booked everything, got my money, paid for my transport, paid for my flight, paid for everything, and then I missed my coach. I missed the bus that was gonna get me in time to get a coach, so I ended up just staying at home. 3 in the morning, I had like an early flight, and I was sitting at home and I was like, I have no money. Like, I literally had no money to get myself from the house to the airport. I had money for the flight, money for everything in terms of when I got paid, I just booked it, but I had no money to actually get myself there. And obviously I had my spending money. My spending money was in euros, so I couldn't call a cab and pay for the cab in euros. They wanted it in pounds. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, and I remember that moment, I just felt like such a bum. I felt like, what the hell? Like, I have nothing saved up. And literally it was 3 in the morning, I had to go knock on my mum's door. And I think, like, honestly, it was the most, not embarrassing, because when it's your mum, you don't feel embarrassed. Like, I wasn't embarrassed, but I was like, I just felt like a stupid girl. Like, I just felt like a useless girl. Like, how am I knocking on my mum's door at 3 in the morning asking her for £50? Like, I just felt like an idiot. So, yeah, long story short, my mum paid and got us to the airport. But I just remember in that moment feeling like, why don't I have money saved up? This is what they mean by, like, you can't account for, like, anything to happen. Rainy day funds, all this stuff. So from that moment, and it was literally going into the new year as well, around about that period, I was like, I'm gonna start saving. I'm gonna start saving. Even if it's £10, even if it's £20, I'm gonna start saving some way, somehow. So I guess the first thing on how to start saving would be know how much money you get coming in and coming out. So when I was working a 9 to 5, I didn't have the best 9 to 5. I was grateful for it at the time, but it's just not where I wanted to be. So I was earning 22k a year, which is around about 1,008. I think, like, knowing how much money I had coming in allowed me to be able to budget myself a lot easier than, especially not being self-employed now. Like,
our first job,
my first ever graduate job. So you guys, yeah, I mean, it's all right, but for me it weren't great. It weren't good, but I think it was easier budgeting and saving when I had a 9 to 5, because it's like, I know how much money I had coming in every month. It wasn't changing, and I knew what to put aside. So if you're in, I say, like, so this is an example of, like, an expense form that I would make myself in my notebooks, and you guys can really cater it to, like, everything that you do. So I put my food, my travel, bills, all of that jazz, and then I total it up, take away the remaining money, and then save that. I hope that makes sense. So I was always left with around 300 and something pounds, and that would be what I would save. So I have notebooks and pen, that's all I do. I have to have a notebook and a pen, a planner, I have to have that. Me personally, I feel like it helps so much, and I'm dyslexic as well, and I remember, like, the first thing they was like to me, you have to go through life with a notebook and pen glued to your side, because it's the only thing that's going to help, like, declutter your brain or break things down. Even if you're not dyslexic, like, an everyday person needs to have a planner or some sort of notebook to help them break down their spendings, their expenses, all of that. So that's always, like, a key thing that I would say. Break down and work out your expenses, how much you need, how much you don't need, and then you can figure out what's a good sum amount to put aside. So once you've worked it out, once you've decided, okay, I'm gonna save £300 a month or £200 a month or £1,000 a month, once you've worked it out, there is gonna be months where you're not always gonna have that £300 or £1,000 to save, and this is where people always go wrong. This is where I used to go wrong. So it would be a thing where I say, okay, Mimi, I'm gonna save £300 every month. Just keep saving 300, 300, 300, 300. Then one month, let's say I need to book a flight and go somewhere, and the tickets were really expensive, so I ended up dipping into that 300, and now I'm only left with 150. Or I have to buy a winter coat this season, so I've now dipped into my savings and my 300, and now I don't have enough to put the 300 aside. What people always do, they always go, do you know what, I'll just go again next month. No, do not do that. Literally, even if you only have £10, I know it seems like, well, I might as well just finish the money. Even if you are left with just £10, put that £10 inside of your savings. Do not say, oh, because I don't have the actual amount that I plan to save, I'm gonna just like, are you listening? Do not save, because I know that's what everyone does. You're thinking, okay, do you know what, I'll start again in February. Before you know it, you'll start again in March. Before you know it, you'll start again in April, May, June, July. You'll just keep saying you're gonna start again. Even if it's only £10. When I first started saving, I only started saving £50 a month. And do you know what I did? Every quarter, I would add another £50. 3 months would pass. £100, 3 months would pass. 150, like, and I just kept on going. It's like, it all makes a difference. Have a set goal that you wanna save. If you don't hit it, it's cool. Just keep putting money in there. 'Cause at the end of the day, like, I woke up and I'm like, wow, I have money. I might not have how much I want, but I now have something saved up. Do you know what I mean? The second thing I would say, live within your means. Okay? Live within your means. Okay, what do I mean by this? Like, I see a lot of, like, especially our generation now, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna start preaching. Our generation now is very much image gang, this, that, LV bag, Hermes, this, Kinnikok, Beckham bag, all of it. Like, our generation is very much like that. And some people do it because they have it. They work hard, they get it, they enjoy it, cool. And there's other people who are doing it to live up to the hype, to fit in with the peers. I'm not going to lie, like, I'm far from perfect in it, but that's one thing that I've never been able to, I didn't fall into that trend, and that has literally helped me save money. It's like, me personally, I can't have like this, I can't hold my Gucci bag while I'm walking in.
Is the truth that you can't be buying Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Blackberry.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, there is a difference. If you like Louis Vuitton, and if you're getting it because it makes you feel happy, it motivates you, it makes you want to work harder, then cool, keep getting it. But if you are doing it because all of your peers are doing it, and your friends has this bag, your peers drive this car, stop that. Stop it. Me, I've always been comfortable saying, like, even in school, you always had that friend that didn't have money. Like, you know that friend that didn't have money? Like, I was that girl who'd walk around and be like, I can't go, I don't have money. Or cinema, I can't make it so, I don't have money. Like, we didn't get allowance. What's that? Allowance. Growing up in school, I didn't get allowance. I got £5 a week for school. £5 a week, that's £1 a day. Let me take I don't have money, or I was never afraid to say that. Like, I would say I don't have money because I don't live for people. Don't live for your peers, because some of your peers don't have it. They're scraping what they can. They're using every last bit of drops and stuff to buy this LV bag.
They're going on eBay.
They're going on eBay, which is cool, actually. That's a good shout. Go on eBay and buy it second hand. I'm not opposed to that.
No, but they'll be like, oh, these new traders got them from this shop. No, you did it. You go from eBay.
But I have to make sure I add that if you get these things and you do have not the best life, but getting these things motivates you or makes you want to work harder, then cool, do that. But if you know you are getting it just to make your friends feel like you're the cool kid, stop that. Live within your means. Do not live for your friends. Okay, another tip that I would say, I wanted to come on here and say, oh guys, download this app. Remember in my credit score video, I was like, download this app, Xperia, and I could really vouch for it because I use it. I've seen a lot of apps online, but I personally never used it, so I don't want to go and vouch for it and say, yeah, download this saving app, it will help you, I've never used it, so I don't want to vouch for anything. But if you guys do know any apps, please comment them down below, because I am interested. I'm not opposed to it. Give you guys information on apps that I've never used, kind of thing. But if you know, make sure you comment them down below.
The best way I used to save is by putting my money in stock. I buy goods. If I have spare money, instead of keeping it in the bank, I use it to buy stock that I know that I will sell. So when I'm broke, I sell those stuff, the money coming, I invest it in business.
I wish I could talk about that. Like, I really want to get into it. Okay guys, I'm currently trying to get into like trading and all that stuff. Anyone has any tips, let me know. But I don't want to talk about it because I don't know yet.
But one thing I understand that period is it's better you have stock than having cash. And shares are stock, but you have to know it because some of them reduce the money. So it's something you have to study.
That's gonna be a whole nother video when I know this. I don't want to talk on things that I don't know about. Like, do you know what I mean? Whew. Club cards, any club cards, especially if you're in uni or a student, get club cards. I remember when I started uni, I got my Subway club card, my Tesco club card. You only get a little bit of points, but back to what I was saying before, £10 is money, anything is money. Not the one that is credit, or don't go and get the credit card club cards, and then not those ones, just the ones that you scan. Like I remember I went to Tesco the other day and they were like, oh, you get £10 off your next shop, and I was like, swear down. Like, yeah, because I've been using my club card, so just do it. Why not? It's a way to save money. I'm reading this book, guys, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you haven't read it, 100% would recommend this book. But my friend Josh used to always talk about this book, and it's basically about the concept of living within your means. I actually bought this from my boyfriend, but I've literally kept it. I've been reading it. But it's basically about, let's say someone earns 100k, yeah? Let's say someone earns 100k. Their whole expenses, let's just say, is 80k. Then someone else earns 50k, but their expenses is only 30k. Technically, they are both earning the same amount because the person that earns 100k has an expense of 80k, but the person that earns 50k has an expense of 30k. That means they're both left with 20k. Do you understand? Lessening your expenses. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You have to lessen your expenses. So before, I used to spend £50 on my nails and my toes every month. Like, some months I don't even go out. So I was like, why am I doing that? I get it. It makes me feel good. It makes me happy. Just like some people, the Louis Vuitton bags and stuff makes them happy. Mine was like looking good, looking clean. So my nails, I feel like I have to get done. But now I do stick-ons. Like these are stick-ons. Hence why this finger's not showing, because the stick-on has fallen off. But yeah, sometimes I just do stick-ons if I feel like I don't want to spend that money this month. Like, I find ways around your extra spending. If there's ways around it, find those extra ways around it. Whether that means not going to the barbecue because you don't have money for the ticket. That day party can wait. They're gonna be the same thing next month. Like, whether it means this wig that is looking a bit old, dry and crusty, getting a £2 dye and dyeing it to make it look a bit vavavoom, because I can't afford to spend another £200 to buy a new wig. Whether it means taking packed lunch to work, packed lunch to school, because they be adding up. That adds up a lot. Think about conny, bendy ways to make your money last longer. I think Patricia Wright had this in her video. She said 1 in, 1 out. I think it was her, about her clothes. She was like, she has this rule about 1 in, 1 out. So if she wants to buy a new dress, she has to make sure she gets rid of one dress. For me, it would be like to sell the dress. There's lots of apps now. There's Shopport, there's Depop, there's eBay. Make sure you follow me on Depop. Trying to sell some of my outfits.
Another good way, they might not like it, go to the market.
Car boots. Car boots, listen. So car boot, guys, go into car boot, yeah? Because anyone can go, you don't have to be registered, do you?
No, you just drive your car there.
You just drive your car. I know you got some stuff in your room that you never ever worn before, that you're keeping there. You got some shoes that you don't really want, you're trying to get rid of it, no one on eBay wants it. Take a car. There's always a local car boot somewhere near you guys, trust me. Take your car or take a cab, drive to car boot, literally, and sell. Get rid of stuff. Get rid of all of our stuff. Like, bruv, 2019, I'm trying to save my coin. £10 is money.
Add it together.
Add it together and it's money. Like, this. Oh my gosh. Withdraw your money. Withdraw your money. That has helped me so much. Withdraw your money. Withdraw your money and then leave your card at home, okay? And so I spend £50 a week on food shop, right? I go to Tesco, take my £50 and I spend what I have there. If I don't have, it will 100% help you spend less because you only have that money. So you can't come and beg the cashier man to let you off £25. You can't. You got to put some stuff down you don't really need. So make sure you withdraw your money. That definitely does help. Also, when you go to Tesco, you got that new thing that you can scan. And I was like, oh, this is sick. What kind of technology is this? You can scan, and I think that's really, really good because when you're scanning, it like tells you, oh, you're on £30. Oh, scan. That's another £33. Oh, £35. And it tells you as you're going along, as you're scanning on the little things, but it tells you how much you're spending. So it kind of makes you go, take a step back, Mimi. You're almost at your limit kind of thing. So I would say that people recommend shopping online. Again, I don't do it, but shopping online is kind of good. I can see why it can help because it limits the temptations you probably have when you're walking down the aisle and you see that donut and then you see that crisp and you see that drink and you just put it in the bag. Just come on then, get in the basket. It limits that temptation because you're only going online for things that you want. You're just going to go to the section that you need, pick the tomatoes, pick the soup, pick the bread, and you're done. Bob's your uncle. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of get why people say shopping online. I think I want to leave off by saying life doesn't always go to plan. So I know some people are really sitting here, even me, like sitting here like, oh Dad, I really wish I did start saving from young. I really wish I did like invest my first paycheck into some. Like life doesn't always go to plan. I said I wanted my first house by the time I'm 23. I want to be married and have my first kids by the time I'm 25. Like I literally said all that. Huh? Like life does not go to plan at all. So don't beat yourself up if you haven't started saving. The good thing is you can start from today. Just like I said in my credit score video, the good thing is you can change it right now. Like it's not like there's a taboo that you can't change it. You can actually change it right now. All you have to do is start, even if it's £2. Please guys, get this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. But yeah, this is a good book. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment down below of any other topics that you want to get into. I'm trying to learn about the trading so we can speak about that. We like talking about these issues as well. Issues or just things that young people need to talk about. Please feel free. The comments are open. Any tips on how to save, any apps that you use, anything that you would recommend for saving. Last time people put in people that they recommend, and I love that. Like people recommending me people to read up on, people to like research on. I love that. Put anything down below in the description box that you think will help us just like learn a bit more about saving. Another thing they should have taught us in school. No tea, no shade. Come on, like how do I know? Was there not a lesson on saving or money management? That makes no sense. Something that we're going to use for the rest of our life. But I was learning X plus Y equals Z. No. They had us stressed out. They had us stressed out about algebra. We were stressed out about X plus equaling B or pi times. Stressed. Hair falling out, everything in year 11. But I didn't know about money management. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video.